when you become a director, that's when actually the business makes sense. When you become a director, for example, when I became a manager, I earned a check of 983 shillings. When I was a banker, actually that was a small part of money, and it could not meet all my needs. It could not. I celebrated it because if you are coming from nothing and you have 900 shillings, actually that is money. But I looked at it positively, and I looked at 983 shillings as something that actually a sign that there is something bigger in this business that can happen if only am willing to do what it takes. And I'm going to read something here, is that the first thing we need to do is to have a director mindset. Director mindset, it means that focusing your mind on director. Going to director means that you have decided in your own mind that you are going to become a director no matter what. It is not about your director or your upline telling you you must become a director. It is a personal decision to become a director. When I decided to become a director, Judy was there to guide me to become a director because I showed her that I have burned all my bridges and I've decided I am going to do this business seriously. And Judy was there to guide me, but I was there to do the work myself. So you must purpose in your heart that you have decided, you have made a decision that you are going to become a director. And so when you make up that mindset, you start thinking towards walking the journey towards director. And your attitude also changes. You develop what we call a millionaire mindset. You decide that you are not going to live a mediocre life. You are going to live above the standards of a normal person. You are going to live, you are going to get out of the crowd. You know, when you join this business, there are many people who join with you. Actually, when we sponsor people, we have so many people. It is like we are a big crowd, like the way you see the Maradonas. When they start running, they run a race whereby there are so many. But when the distance starts getting hotter, you know, you start going beyond the starting point, you realize some people drop out of the way. Some people, they leave the race. Some people, they quit along the way. But when you make up your mind that you are going to grow in this business and you are going to become a director, you stop looking at the challenges, you start focusing your mind on the director. You start telling yourself that I must surround myself with the people who are actually doing or going the journey I'm going. You start looking for what we call destiny helpers, people who are going to mentor you into becoming a director. Because I was told that life starts a director. When you become a director, you make some good money. I remember when I became a director, I earned around 30,000. And those years, 30,000 was a lot of money. That was what maybe I was taking home, or less. It was actually more than I was taking home when I was working in the bank. So my intention and my dream was to replace my salary. So when you join this business, you must focus your mind. And we are told that focus on your mind, short-term goal is to become a director. If you have read the book of Getting Started, they start by telling you that your short-term goal is to help you to become a director. So I believe I'm talking to leaders here who are actually decided, who have made up their mind. They are going to become directors. And you know, when you become a director, there are so many other benefits. Yeah. There are so many other benefits, and I'm going to read about the benefits, and you can find these benefits in your compensation plan. One of the benefits you get when you become a director is that you enjoy recognition. You know, Rico Brown keeps saying that people will kill for recognition, work for money, and die for a cause. In this business, there's so much recognition people get. When I joined this business, the first recognition was when I was stepped up. Every small thing I did, I got recognized. So when you keep getting recognized, you start enjoying the journey. You start celebrating the journey. You are celebrated by everybody around you. And even the young children, when they eat well, like for those who are young parents, when you clap for them, they feel excited. So the first thing you need to enjoy when you get this business is to enjoy the benefits of every step. And one of them is to get recognized. So you get recognized, you get a director pin. Director pin when you are working, wherever you are working. If you are working somewhere, People will look at you and say, that is a director of a certain company. And you become a director, you work like a director, and you make money. Your wallet is full of some money. And you know this money can actually help you to start now thinking of investments, thinking of buying your dream car, thinking of buying that thing that you wanted to buy, because you'll be able to start learning what we call now you become a leader. You are leading yourself. You are leading yourself to your, normal life. So what am I saying? That you join this business, you focus your mind, you make up your mind you're going to become a director. You look for people who are going to help you, to teach you, to encourage you, to support you to become a director until you become a director. And once you are a director, what is in it for me? Because everything you do, you must ask, what will I gain when I become a director? Yeah, what will I gain when I become a director? So when you become a director, I said that you enjoy recognition. You enjoy recognition. Like yesterday, we enjoyed the Delphine who was talking to us yesterday, and Juma, and they were excited because they became directors. So you also look forward to becoming a director for recognition. The second thing that you'll need to do is that you now take up leadership. You now take up leadership of your team to duplicate yourself to the other members in your team. Because when they see you get celebrated, they will also want to be celebrated, and that's how you actually win their confidence. You win their confidence. They say now, we used to say that I want my own printout. Sitaki kuitisha printout kwa warehouse, inaitwa Judy and Charles Ngeru printout. When we became printouts, you could not get your own personal printout. It's like you are married, but you are living in the house of your father. So we used to want to get out of the house of our parents, Charles and Judy Ngeru. So tukienda warehouse, nataka kupatiwa printout ya Aningao because I am the leader of my team. So when you become a leader of your team, people start putting their trust in you, they start believing in you, and you are able to take up leadership and able to mentor other people. So another thing, after recognition, you get the money. Money is what made some of us to actually join the business. You get the money. Like now, when you become a director, earning 70,000, 80,000 as a director is good money. It can actually do a lot of things. Many companies, when they pay people maybe 100,000, whatever they take home around 70,000. Us as directors, we are able to earn 70,000, 80,000, 90,000, even 100,000. You earn good money when you are a director. Another thing, when you are a director, you start enjoying lifestyle. When I became a director, I was promised to be taken to Windsor with my husband. And in 2003, March, I will not forget, we were taken to Windsor to enjoy a free lifestyle, a whole week lifestyle in Windsor, a life that I never experienced even when I was working in the bank. And that is where my mindset got changed, because that way I met people who are thinking big things, people who are thinking of even buying planes. Can you imagine that you are living among people who are thinking that one day they will own a plane? So you start thinking big, you start having a millionaire mindset, because you are mixing with the people that are thinking bigger than you. Another thing you gain after you start enjoying lifestyle in going to places like leadership schools to Windsor, you start traveling, you start, going to dine with the rich and the mighty. You even attend the lifestyle, the red carpet dinner. You enjoy a lot of things. In fact, you are recognized, and you enjoy attending even special events like director events. So you must always look forward to becoming a director so that you are able to enjoy these benefits. These benefits will not come to you as a special invited. Like the other day, they invited the directors for the convention. No senior manager was invited because you have to qualify for the step that you are supposed to take. So another event is that now you are taking another higher step to get to what we call a world team step. When you start duplicating yourself to other directors in your team, now you start enjoying the travel. You start enjoying, traveling to meet other leaders from international places. So, taking up director, it actually lifts you up. It lifts your morale. It lifts your leadership skills. It lifts you, and you start mixing with other greater leaders. your attitude changes towards life, and you are able to take up responsibility. Because if you are not able to take responsibility in this business, we have been taught that this business will grow as high as your responsibility level. So when you become a director, you realize you're a director, you must start taking up higher responsibilities, leading your team, organizing for events, and inviting them for events. And so you realize that as you continue learning to become a director and becoming a director, it actually changes everything around you. You start thinking big, you start seeing bigger things. So I want to say that becoming a director is really prestigious. So every one of us should endeavor to become a director. And let me just close by saying, how is your attitude about this business? Because attitude is everything. I have a leader, our leader Kissinger keeps telling us he had a t-shirt that is written that attitude is everything. So if for you to become a director, you must have a different kind of attitude. An attitude that you don't always complain about things. You are not always found in the complaining camp, complaining about the prices going up, complaining about people letting you down, complaining about your upline, complaining. You move out of that camp. That's why you must move out of the crowd and say that I am going to become. So I'm going to read something that talked about change of thoughts, change your thoughts and change your world. Change your thoughts and change your world by Norman Vincent Peale. Question is, are you looking at the glass as half full or half empty? Are you looking at this business as a business that is getting people successful, or are you looking at it as a business that is, is difficult? So how are you looking at the situations and the business and at the products? Are you a user of the products? Are you doing the daily habits? How do you look at the glass? Is it half full or half empty? You answer for yourselves. And another question is, where do you focus your thoughts? When you are in this business, your focus determines how successful you can. So where do you focus your thoughts? Do you spend most of your time focusing on the full or the empty side of the glass? The good or the bad? The positive or the negative? So if you change your mindset and start posting on the right side, you will find that things start moving towards the direction of your focus. It is important to recognize that what we spend our time thinking about will affect the trajectory of our lives. Whatever we spend most of our time thinking about, if you are thinking about failure, you will become a failure. Actually, the world will give you what you think about. Now, what do we need to do to practice? Each morning or any time you feel yourself drifting towards focusing on the empty, take 5 minutes to give thanks for all the full that God has given you. Take time to think positive, to thank God. Thank you, God. Today I was able to wake up early. I was able to dress myself. I could eat well. And so as you continue doing like that, talking positive, saying a positive self-talk, I'm becoming a director. I am a winner. I am a conqueror. I have an excited team. I thank God for my team. You'll find things around you starting to change. So with that, I want to close, and I believe that all the leaders who are in this team will become directors so that we can celebrate you. God bless you and have a fantastic afternoon. Judy, that is back to you.
Thank you so much, Anne, for that information. I'm sure we have really learned that being a director is very exciting. Me, when I became a director, I was taken to Windsor, and I'll never forget the moment. I stayed there for a week, and I was very, 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 very excited. And so I'm going to share my screen once again so that we can be able to go to the next session. And just a minute. Yeah, so let's move on. And of course, like I told you, there's an incentive for the qualified senior managers. And for those who have done 1,000 points, as a senior manager, it's important that you just have to know what it's in for it. For the Kenyan market, we are going to get the requisite, and I think this is a cleanser. And when you are able to do 1,000 points, and the other thing that you are able to do is you sponsor 3 people in your team, and those 3 people must do 100 points. That's why you'll find that we are saying that you must do a star. You do a 3 in that star. If you do your 1,000 points, you must do a star. How do you do a star? You sponsor 3 people, and those 3 people must do 100 points. That's where you do a star, and you get, in addition, of course, the bonus check that you are going to get, in a bonus to other incentives that maybe your director has given you, you also get free products from the company. And in the Kenyan, those who are in Uganda, they are getting Moti and a cleanser. For those that are in Kenya, they are getting liquefied and a cleanser. For those that are in Tanzania, they are going to get a Formula 4 Plus and a cleanser. So as a senior manager, you can even get yourself, and let me tell you, like a Moti is almost 2,000 Kenya shillings. A cleanser is almost 4,000 Kenya shillings. That is almost 6,000 Kenya shillings, almost 7,000. That is very good money. And of course, if you are a customer, that is money in your pocket. There's some people who are young and they're in the house and they're borrowing their parents' pocket money. You can come and work on this business and become a senior manager, do your 1,000 points, sponsor 3 people, make sure that they have done their 100 points, and you get free products. And let me tell you, you'll be able to enjoy. Free products are exciting, and you really enjoy yourself. So I'm requesting all the senior managers. Our goal this month is to do 1,000 points. And once you do your 1,000 points, make sure you sponsor 3 people. And those 3 people must do 100 points. And that way you are going to get these free products. In case you do not need the products, you can give me the products and you can have the bonus check. That way I'll also be very, very excited. But I'm here to encourage you. Please go for it. This Kenya yetu iko na pesa mingi sana sana sana. Watu wako na pesa. Usiseme watu hawana pesa, watu wako na pesa. Afadhali go out there, talk to them about the business, talk to them about the products, and we are good to go. Let's go to our other person who is going to talk to us, who is a surveillance director. He is one of the surveillance director with the biggest business. Actually, let's say almost in East Africa. This is the only surveillance director with the most biggest business in East Africa. And let me tell you, he has a wealth of knowledge. I saw him come to the business. He is so seasoned. Every Friday lunch hour, he sits in and he is able to train us. So you are going to give me a word of help me to welcome Mukila Mbundi to be able to talk to us about handling objections, which is part of our business. Welcome, Mukila.
Thank you so much, Judy. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. And you had a very wonderful session. I've really written so many notes. And I want to share my screen so that I can go very fast because I have only 15 minutes. And I want you to get it very well. So I'm here to handle the topic of handling objection. Handling objection. And Judy has taken us from one level, then Anne took us to another level. Then I also want to take you to another level. So handling objection. And Judy has given you some incentives and what we need to do. And every time we come in the business so much excited that we need now to do so much things in the business. But then you discover that when you go to the clients, you discover that things are very different on the ground. They say things are different on the ground. Vitu ziko tofauti kwa ground. So I want to share with you today how we can be able to handle these objections very fast, because one of the things that so many people get when they go to the people now on the ground is the objections. So maybe to give you the definition of an objection is just the action of challenging or disagreeing with something. So when somebody disagrees with you, it doesn't mean that that person has rejected you. So actually, objection is not the same as rejection. It is maybe because you have not given this person the full information. We say objection is simply an indication that you have not quite finished putting all the puzzle together for a customer. So they have not rejected you. Maybe there's something that you have not turned on so that this customer can accept you, so that they can join your business or inject your product. And we usually say maybe there's some information missing to that customer, and maybe there's something that you have not given them, a connection that hasn't been addressed. Maybe for maybe young people, they want to be told about the lifestyle, how they are going to travel. Maybe for our only person, maybe they want their health. So maybe there's something that you have not addressed when we are presenting to them, a point that has not been clarified. Maybe there's a point that you never clarified as a person, or something or other action that need to be taken in order to overcome this objection. So, and we say in sales, an objection in sales happens when customers try to break the sales process. And because last Saturday, for those people who come for the trainings, we usually have a training on Saturdays. I shared this, the psychology of our presentation. I told the people, because Jude has taken us from one level, he has shared with us the seven skills in business building process. He talked about the finding the prospect, inviting the prospect, presenting the prospect. So I come in now here. When you present the opportunity, there's a way we need to close. So the psychology of a presentation, I shared this, I won't repeat it, but we tell you, we want to move this person from zero, tumpeleke mpaka anasema yes. So we want to raise the level of interest. And we talked about an ID, giving you a story, to show this person that you are just like them. Then we talked about giving, identifying the need, showing these people they're in trouble. So you identify a need and show them that these people kweli kuna shinda. There's a lot of unemployment, there are a lot of lifestyle diseases. Now that is creating the need. But then you give them the solution, and that is Neolife. You give them what Neolife is offering. But then the last part of it is when you are closing. And when we are closing, this is where the rubber touches the road. This is where the problem is. You meet a lot of objections. You meet so many people who are telling you different things that we may not be able to understand. And maybe we have been able to overcome, we have been able to meet with the people who are telling us different things. And that is what I want to share with you today, how we can be able to overcome this type of objections. And maybe for those people who are not good sellers, I'm a bad sellers, they become so disappointed and they make mistakes when such objections arise. I want to train you today how you can be able to overcome these challenges. Because we said an objection maybe is because you have not given enough information to this customer. So I want to share with you how you can be able to overcome this instead of you being disappointed. And of course, it is always very possible to move to the next client and you leave that person alone. But I think that is not wise, according to me. We need to persist. Because if you think about the money, the effort, and the time and the resources that you and your company have invested, imagine what your upline director has told you, the incentive that has been put there for you, then you just quit. No, when you think about this, it is not wise for you to quit. You must have so many people so that you can lead them to overcome and buy your product. So we are saying you have to try lead as many prospects to the actual sales as possible, and often you face many objections. And maybe I want to give you some of the objections, some of the sales objections that we meet when we go outside there, when we are meeting with the clients, ile tumesema kwa ground. So I want to give you what we meet on the ground. Sijui kama umepatana na hii. It is too expensive. Unaeleza mtu, unamwambia the product, unaeleza kila kitu, anakuambia hizo product zenu ni mzuri but they are too expensive. I don't know if you have met that. I also met that. Maybe to save on time, let me give you all of them. Wengine wanakuambia we don't need this. By the way, sio lazima nikule hizi product, I can take the natural food. Sijui kama umepatana na vitu kama hizo. I can also make money elsewhere. I don't need to join your life. I can make money elsewhere. So I may not need this opportunity. I remember one time there's a mzee nilikuwa napelekea product. Is a doctor na ako na clinic. Let me tell you, they used to chase me away. 10 years later, they started looking for me. Mzee ameanza kufura miguu, the challenges have come. Now they started looking for me. Mbeleni walikuwa wananiambia we don't need this, but I was able to overcome because I persisted. Ama ingine wanakuambia I'll call you later. Sijui kama umeambiwa hivyo, umepresent mzuri, unaona sasa huyu anaingia kabisa, tena wanakuambia I'll call you later. The style is bad, your company is too small, ama the company is you have been told so many things, ikona ukora. There are some people who went out and made bad image of our company, so wanakuambia kama ni hiyo hapana, but you see it is not the company, it is the people. So these are some of the objections on the price, the need, the time, product, and all this. And I want to share with you how you can be able to overcome these objections. How do you overcome? How to overcome? How to handle these sales objections? And this is what I need you to write if you are writing. So always be prepared. Number one, always be prepared. Do as much preparation as you can before you start selling. Analyze the objections that your customers usually have. And how do you get prepared? By attending such presentations, by attending such trainings. Today, we are doing it through Zoom. The upline director can organize for you. So you're always prepared by getting information. You are getting knowledge about the product, about the opportunity. You are well acquainted to what you are doing. So be prepared all the time so that you can be able to overcome the objection. Number two, when you go to the customers on the ground, and now they are talking to you and they are giving you these objections, please do not interrupt. Do not interrupt. Even if you already know what the objection is and how to handle it, don't try to interrupt your customers. Wanasemanga, the customer is always right. So just listen to them. That's why we need to learn how to listen to our customers. You need to listen to them so that you can be able to identify. Last time I talked about you find the hot button and you press the hot button. So you must always be listening. Don't object on what they are saying. So do not interrupt them. Then number three, because you are listening to them, you should always thank them. You should thank your customers for the objection, because this means that you are given a chance to win the competition and close the deal. So you should always thank them anytime they are objecting to you. Mwambie, thank you for listening to me, but this is what I think, this is what I see. So always thank the customer. By the way, if you thank the customer, wataona you are listening to them, wataona you value them, and maybe you'll be able to come into an agreement. So always thank your customers, because even for that opportunity to listen to you. Sijui kama umeenda mahali kwingine, there are some even who don't give you time to listen to them. Then the next thing, you need to agree with your customers before addressing the objections. If you show that you understand them, they will understand you. So you need to agree with them. When they raise such an objection, start reasoning with them, start thinking. I remember some of the objections I met. Kuna mtu alikuwa ananiambia, sasa Bundi, tukiingia na sasa kila mtu ameingia Kenya, sasa tutauzia nani? Tutaingisha akina nani? You see, this is poverty mentality. So you need to agree with this customer, but unamuonyesha, by the way, if everybody joined, if everybody is using 3NN, is that 4 points, and we have 40 million Kenyans, that is the how many millions of PVs? Currently, we are doing less than half a million. So you show them, you agree with them first, then now you show them the future. Then kuna ingine nilikuwa nawaambia, if today, for example, people don't join here, or maybe I get these people joining, I also need people to join in Tanzania, in Uganda, in Nigeria, in America. So I could open their mind. But if you just listen to them, if you disagree with them, they may not understand you also. For example, maybe a customer anakuambia your prices are higher than the prices of our current supplier. Maybe this is what you can respond to them. Yes, I understand the prices is very important factor. But if you calculate all the costs, including maintenance, service, you see that in reality, our products are cheaper. So handling the price objection, this is something that you can tell your customer. Usikubali tu, unatupiwa mawe na unakubali yote. Try also to come up with a way to to overcome that. Then another point is clarify. So you need to clarify. So if you are not sure what the customer objection is, ask them for clarification. You should not guess, as it may be very harmful. So kama customer anauliza kitu fulani, please clarify to them. Don't assume. Don't assume na kuanza kuwachapa. Just clarify, ask them if there's anything they didn't understand. And of course, you need to say it. If you are sure that some objections will be expressed, you should try to express them by yourself. For example, kuna watu wanakuambianga kuhusu product, wanakuambia product zenu, they comment so much about the product or so many things. So you can be able to say it even before the customer or the prospect gives that objection. So my clients often are concerned about the size of the product, but after they buy it, I get positive comment about how good it has this perfect size. For example, on the skincare, ukiangalia some of the skincare kama serum, kama Instagel, they are so small. So even before the customer tells you, unamwambia this one can take you even 6-7 months, even 8 months, you're already telling them what you know they can object. So you should always say it to the customer so that they get it. Then another one of trying to overcome the objections that we meet on the ground is showing them. So some objection can be handled easily if you demonstrate some features of the product. Demonstration. If you show them how to do it, if you are showing them, tunaambiwa you need to show the customers, demonstrate to them. Some objections can be overcome. Then you need to write it down. If your customers express several sales objections, you need to write them down so that it can help you later when you are handling other customers. So you always need to write them down. Then you prioritize. You change their priorities by showing the best features of your product. For example, if it is a product like, for example, G1 Laundry, I show them the options that they can have in using our product. So you can always change their priorities. Kama ni product, you are talking about the product, you can show them more priorities, why they need to use our products. I'm going very fast because of time. Then another point is that you need to use your ones. You rename, use your ones. So if you change some ones in the objection, you may get a sentence that sounds much more positively than your customer said. So you should always use good ones when you are using, you are commenting on something about our product, and always use some humor. Don't be too serious when you are doing the presentation. Ati unakuwa serious sana. Please, you should always use some humor when you are doing the presentation so that you show people, you try to become real. Try to become real. For example, I tell people, if you use my product, you look younger for longer. Naambia umeiona gari imefanyiwa panel beating. When you use this product, they will panel beat you. So you see, now you want to make the customer now to be real, to have some sense of humor in your presentation. Don't be too tough, don't be too serious, and always refer to others. For example, you can tell them about other customers who have been satisfied with what you sold them. For example, I had clients who had the same concern about the style of the product, but the result of our post-purchase research shows that they are fully satisfied with the product, and the style is one of the main reasons for these results. So you can refer to other customers who have been satisfied, and that is why we usually have stories of other people. You can use a story of one person to sell to another, to influence another person to overcome that objection. And of course, it is always good to warn the customers about the other companies. So unawaambia kuhusu somebody tells me, by the way, hizi vitu zenu ni kama za Forever Living ama ni kama za kampuni fulani. You should warn the customers about other products. Usiharibu hiyo kampuni ingine, but you show them. Now, personally, this is what I tell them. compare products za Neolife na hizi kampuni zingine ni kama compare Mercedes na some other kind of cars. So you need to know how to warn the customers. Then you need to check, hata kama customer hajaongea, there are some hidden objections inside them. So you can ask them some questions. Maybe you can tell them, please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Ama unaona saa ingine amenyamaza sana, unamwambia I feel that there's something that you are not sure. I will be happy to answer your questions. So you are trying to open up this person to check. You are trying to check if this person really has some objections. And it is always very good to accept it and move to the next customer. Then learn from the customers that you are dealing with. Come on, there's something they're objecting, please learn from them so that when you go to the next customer, you can be able to handle them. And remember, an objection is not a rejection. It is simply a request for more information. So that is what we started by saying, that this is not a rejection. An objection is simply this person needs more information. You have not convinced them well enough. And I've always met some prospects who did not join me this year. There are even some who took 5 years to join me, meaning there's some information that I never gave them. So please always remember to give more information, and remember, this is not objection. And to finish it all, I want to wish you all the best as you handle your objections in the course of this month, as you get your results. Otherwise, thank you very much. God bless you. Asante, PT Judy.
Thank you so much, Budi. Nilinjishika hivi because your point has really passed across. I'm so excited about this one. Like I always tell you, I'm a marketing student. I get very excited when it comes to things like those ones. I become so keen. So I'm sure all of us, we have learned something. And as a senior manager, let me tell you, your journey will never be the same again. I told you, Budi is the perfect person who can, because he's been doing business for long. He has a very big business. And let me tell you, the higher you grow, the cooler it becomes. Otherwise, Bodi, we are so happy for that information. I'm sure it's really going to help us. And that means all the senior managers, now your production this month, itakuwa the higher of the highest. So let me share my screen. Let me share my screen once again. Yeah, and let's move on. Thank you so much, Budi. And let's move on. Sorry. Okay, let's talk about the incentives. Like you remember on Thursday, the company talked about that we are getting new incentives for 2021. And what I think is that the earlier we start working on them, the better. So as a senior manager, please be very keen, take a screenshot, keep it for yourself. And it is starting from next month. So you have a lot of time up to June 2020. So we have 8 good months. I'm sure we can be able to work on this incentive very clearly. And like you can see there is top 10 personal sponsoring. So let's focus as a team, let's focus on personal sponsoring. And let me tell you, there's one thing that you've never known. Once you become number 1, you are around to spend about 50,000 in any hotel for your lifestyle. So you better start working for it. So becoming a director and getting people becoming distributors in your team, and of course for other steps. And of course it's personal production, that is your PVs, the ones that you do personally, they also count for that. So you can always be the best. And maybe you can be the top 10 and you can go and enjoy yourself somewhere. And there's also the team sponsoring. Once you become a director, all the people that join in your team, all those who become managers, senior managers, let me tell you, they help you be on top of the chart. Of course, there's also the team production. Please go for it. Sponsor so much. Get people to be senior managers, directors, all those. They are going to give you an upper hand. Take a screenshot. Please go keep it for yourself. I'm sure it is really going to help you. And then, of course, we have for the one team. These are people who are sergeant directors and above. Of course, I'm sure Budi is here. We have Angao, all those directors, all the people who are becoming new directors. you can actually enjoy from this. And of course, we shall also have the top 10 surveillance directors, depending on the work that they have done, those who have sponsored, new managers, senior managers, new directors, Emerald directors, and of course, the one team members. And of course, we are also going to have the one team member. We also have the top 10, all those things, they are going to count for you. So you could be a director today, but you can go to one team, and also you start competing. And of course, we also have the president's team top 10. I'm sure last time we were there, we got some awards, and at least you are not very, very new, because we just did it last month, and I'm sure we can be able to go very far. And finally, let's hear from Rachel Dama. Rachel Dama, you can unmute yourself. Rachel Dama, good morning.
Good morning, PT.
Yes, you can tell us. We were really waiting for you, because I know you become a force to reckon with in Mombasa, and we really want to hear vile umekaa persistence, yani mpaka ukafika mahali huko. Tunataka kujua nini haswa inakuweka hapo. Naona cheki imeangiwa pale juu, hata naiona. Karibu sana Dama. Yes.
Wow, asante sana Madam PT. Jambo, mimi nitaongea Kiswahili.
Sawa, karibu.
Utanielewa. Ya wale wageni, naitwa Rachel Dama. Mimi ni mama, niko na wajukuu wangu pia. Ya kuna wakati nitaongea story yangu kidogo. Kuna wakati niliitwa kwa meeting hapa Mombasa, mimi naishi Mombasa. Na nikaenda nikasikiza. Nilikuwa nafanya kazi ya nyumba huo wakati. So nikasikiza meeting zao nzuri sana, nikazipenda. Challenge ya kiafya nilikuwa nayo, lakini sikuenda kwa sababu ya challenge ya kiafya. Nilienda kwa sababu nipate kitu cha kuongezea ule mshahara wangu. So nikaelezewa cha kufanya. Nikaanza kufanya part time. Within 4 months nikaona kunakaa kutamu Neo Life. So niko huko full time. So nilianza kupata cheki yangu ya kwanza ya shilingi 441. Nilikuwa excited kwa sababu sikujua checks na kaaje, but nilikuwa nazishika nyingi sana, lakini sikuwa za basari. Na cheki ya basari huwa haina majina yako, ni jina la shule, lakini ilini excite kwa sababu cheki ilikuwa imeandikwa majina yangu. So nikawa na attend hizo training, kacheka kwa nikaanza kuongezeka pole. So nilikuwa na changamoto nyingi sana. Watoto wanasoma, school fees ndio hizo. Hata kuwatembelea shule ilikuwa shida. Lakini kupitia Neo Life nimebadilisha maisha yangu. Watoto wangu sasa wamekuwa watu wazima. Last born yuko anamaliza University of Nairobi. Na pia na watu ambao wananitegemea saa hii, ninawashughulikia. Watu wangu nyumbani wako na good health kwa sababu ya products. So ninashukuru Mungu. Nimeanza kutimiza ndoto zile zenye nilikuwa nazo ndogo. Hayo madeni, obviously nayajua madeni ya simu kila mahali, nimeanza kutimiza. Na nilikuwa nikiishi katika room ya self confused, nakajua. Wanangu wanajua Mombasa, nilikuwa nikiishi soko Mjinga. Soko Mjinga mnajua uko ndio headquarter ya mateja. So hata kunguni walikuwa huko kwa hizo room. Lakini kwa sasa hivi kupitia Neo Life, I thank God, naishi nyumba kazuri ya tena kwa ghorofa. Nikiwa kwa hii simu yangu naona hapo hata inakaa smart. Kiangalia inakaa smart mbaya. Hata kuna fani maji. So nashukuru Mungu kwa Neo Life, nisingeweza hizo zote kupitia kazi ya nyumba. Sasa basi mimi nimekuwa Emerald Director kwa zaidi ya mwaka. Kwa sababu gani? Ya kufanya kile ninafanya kila siku. Hiyo persistence. Nilivyoingia director, cheki yangu ya director ilikuwa 41,000 and something. Nikapelekwa dinner na kina Paul hapa Mombasa. Tukapelekwa Nairobi Intercontinental. Yaani ukiingia director, senior manager mwenye uko hapa, focus na kuingia director. Vile Madam Anna amesema ukiingia director kuna benefit nyingi sana. Kwanza ni hizo, utakuwa recognized, utapewa pin. Mimi pin yangu nilivalishwa na Dr. Fatuma Abdalla. Wow. daktari mkubwa wa Kenyatta anavalisha housemaid pini. So tukaenda huko hotels kufundishwa kula na vyuma, ilikuwa inanishinda. But saa hii nimekuwa mwalimu, naweza kufundisha kushika hizo uma. Kwa hivyo persistence ni muhimu sana. Kile chenye unafanya, talk to people, ongea na watu. Jiwekee target, unataka kuongea na watu wangapi kwa siku moja. Jiwekee hiyo target. Unataka kuachieve vitu gani katika maisha yako? Focus on your why. Space nimekuwa mzungu. Focus ni hiyo. Kwa nini uliingia kwa neo? Kwa nini ulilipa pesa ya registration? Kama ni afya, uliingia kwa sababu ya afya, hakikisha hiyo afya unaipata, na si yako peke yako, na jamii yako na wale ambao wako karibu na wewe. Focus on that. Kama uliingia kwa sababu ya pesa, hakikisha hiyo pesa yenye Neolife wanasema ipo unaipata. Mimi nishaanza kuipata. Kama nalipwa zaidi ya 80,000 jamani, mfanyikazi wa nyumba. Kwa hivyo to focus on your mind. Lete watu. Hii mambo ya kukaa hapo unangojea tu your upline akwambie fanya ABC, ilipitwa na wakati. Focus, biashara ni yako. Upline wako muulize tu swali, mimi kuna hivi na hivi, utanisaidia aje? Kuwa na hamu, ile hamu ya kutaka kujua. Mimi mpaka saa hii ni director badua na kuwa na hamu ya kutaka kujua. Leo nimesema mambo mengi sana. Kupitia PT Madam Anna Bundi nimesoma. So niko na ile hamu ya kutaka kujua. Mahali sikuelewa Kizungu, mimi niko na watoto hapa wananisikiza na wauliza, nime screenshot. Hapa wamesema hivi na hivi, kuna maanisha nini? Na nikienda ofisini Monday, wale ambao wanatuhudumia pale kina Ben, kina Cynthia, mimi niko hapo na wao, nakaa kwa hiyo meza. Kulikuwa wamesema hivi na hivi, ni vipi? Kina Ann wote hapo, kina Ann mabiki. Kwa hivyo kuwa na hamu, kuwa na kiu ya kutaka kujua zaidi. What next? Na hiyo ndio mimi niko nayo ya kutaka kujua zaidi. Alafu kuna mambo na to believe. Jiamini unaweza. Hiyo tu peke yake ndio watu wanakosea. Hawajiamini wanaweza. Jiamini unaweza. Amini kampuni ya Neolife na products zake zinafanya kazi. Kusema kweli wa Mungu, tuko kwa the right company, bidhaa zake zinafanya kazi. Hazitubwagi. Chenye utaongea na mtu kama yuko na mashida ya arthritis, unamwambia tumia hizo methylated calmag, hizo zote plus hizo dawa zake za hospitali, asiache. Usikie kumwambia mtu achana na dawa za hospitali, hapana, tunafanya makosa. Mwambie achanganye na dawa za hospitali. Hizi zetu si dawa, ni chakula. Chakula kinafanya mwili una respond nutrients vizuri, ama una respond dawa vizuri. Kwa hivyo ongea na mtu na umpe kabisa jibu, solution. Na utampata siku ya kwanza, ya pili, ya tatu, atakwambia haki hizi vitu, atakwambia ni vitu zinafanya kazi. Niongezee. So jiamini unaweza. Mtangulize Mungu, mwambie mimi niko hapa as a senior manager, nina focus kuingia director. Mungu wangu niongoze. Na yeye atakufungulia njia, atakuongoza na utafika hiyo director na utaenjoy life. Sawa sawa. So jiamini na amini kampuni. Kitu kingine yenye kila zimeongewa, kuna hiyo back office. Back office tulekewa pale ya kutuongoza biashara yetu tunafanya aje. Lakini utapata kuna wengine wanatumia vibaya. Poleni kwa kusema hivyo. Lakini kuna wengine wanatumia vibaya. Anaangalia tu hapa timu yake imefanya nini na yeye afanye nini ndio afanye. Hiyo ni makosa. Wewe fanya chenye unajua unafanya, timu itafanya nini, itakufuata, kwa sababu nafsi, unajua nafsi huwa zinaongeleshana. Usipofanya hata your team pia italegea, kwa sababu nafsi zinaongeleshana. Kwa hivyo fanya ponzi zako, lete watu wako kwa biashara, usiangalie back office hata hakuna mtu mwenye amenunua. Sasa mimi si nitaharibu? Hapana, tusifanye hivyo. Mimi mwanzo nilikuwa na hiyo kasumba. Acha nikuambie. Nilikuwa nikiambiwa na Madam Angela Kamante, fanya hivi. Mimi nasema sasa kama ni treni 3 za points 100, si ni karibu 10,000. Kwani mimi ndadiko hiyo 10,000 kweli? Hiyo kasumba ni mbaya. So mimi sitaki uingie kwa hiyo kasumba ni mbaya. Wewe fanya, ongea na watu. Kama una products, una ka stock na unaishi na watu vizuri, watu watakuamini, watakupa pesa, ukawanunulie, uwaletee products. Sasa na pia uaminifu ni jambo la maana sana. Kwa hivyo mimi nasema persistence ndio imefanya nimeingia hiyo Emerald Director miaka zaidi ya mwaka sasa. Ninashukuru Mungu. Kwa sababu gani? Sitaki kubreak hiyo. Nina focus kuingia Sapphire. Sitaki kubreak. Because nikibreak unajua kuna ile incentive ya ukifanya 5,000 na ukileta watu hapo unapata 6,800 bonus. Hiyo sasa ndio sitaki kubreak, ndio maana ninafanya hiyo, nina persist. Ninajua tu nikifanya hiyo ninapata hiyo pesa mbali na mshahara wangu, na pia najua nikifocus na hiyo ninajua itaingia Sapphire Director. Hayo ndio malengo yangu. Kwa hivyo tufanye biashara, tusiwe na uoga. Ongea na mtu yoyote mwenye unakutana naye na kusema ukweli wa Mungu, utakaa mahali na utasimama. Hiyo recognition ni wow. Sawa. Kwa hivyo tuache uoga. Kasumba ni mbaya. Tulienda Winsa huko na niliambiwa kuna ponsi kidogo tu umebakisha Dama. Uende hiyo, uqualify kuingia hiyo Winsa. Na nikahakikisha hizo ponsi kidogo zenye niliambiwa nimezifuatilizia na nimesikiliza. Na kusema kweli nilipelekwa Winsa. Tukaenjoy, tukatutiwa kama malaika, kama malikia, queens yenye sijaiona. Kwa hivyo focus on director level na upate hizo recognition. Mimi kuna 50,000 zenye ziko sijazitumia, ziko kwa kampuni, wanangojea tu niseme niko hoteli gani wanilipie. Nimelipiwa holiday kwa sababu ya kuwa number 1 team sponsoring last year East Africa Convention. Kwa hivyo persistence is very important. Let us do it. Thanks so much and God bless you. Iti.
Thank you for that information. I'm sure you have really heard it from Angao, from Bundi, and now we have heard it from Dama. And Dama, asante sana, tumesoma sana. Kasumba tuache kasumba, tukiasa kachumba, and eventually we are really going to grow. Congratulations for that one. I'm sure everybody is laughing. Na sasa kila mtu amesema, naona watu wanaandika hapa kasumba tuache. So kila mtu ase kasumba, tuweze kuendelea na hii biashara. Let me share screen finally as we finish up with our training for today. I'm sure we've really learned a lot. Mwenye alipaki, you've really missed. For those who didn't show up, you have really missed. And that's why it's good to come for this training. Because when you make money, you don't take to your sponsor. When you become so knowledgeable, you don't take it to your sponsor. It is all yours, and nobody can take it away from you. And in conclusion, what I can say is that let's go back to the basics. And of course, this one is something that all of us, we must learn how to do. Let's use the products. That's where the PVs are going to come from. Hapo ndio hatutaki kuweka kasumba hapo. And of course, as we use the products, let's not forget, when we are using, other people need them as well. Hii Kenya yetu watu wengi sana wako na mashinda. Na sisi tuko na solution. Tumesomeshwa leo sana, wacha to use na to share products na wale wengine. And you know, when you share the products, you make a lot of profits. Profits of, we always say that even the Bible says, profits are better than wages. Wacha to concentrate hapo. Actually, I met one of my senior managers yesterday. He told me that the day before yesterday, he made a profit of 4,000 Kenya shillings. Na saa hii alikuwa tu amemaliza kulipa cheki yake. And of course, we have today, tomorrow, and the day after, by the end of October. Atakuwa na pesa ngapi? And so it's really encouraging to share the products. And of course, the kilele ya kila kitu is a business building opportunity we have to share with so many people. Right now, after COVID, many people have challenges. They have no money, they have no rent, they even don't know. Some people are taking their children to school, and maybe in January school fees itakuwa imerundi kibao, na kwa hivyo ni lazima tuonyeshe watu vile wataanza kujenga biashara. This is the only business you can build with money. You just talk to other people, they buy your products, enjoy the business opportunity, and in the process, you make your own money. And of course, you are not building this business for today. You are building it for the future. You are building it for the generations that are going to come. You are building it so that when you retire, usikuwe muombaji, kusinda ukisumbua watoto wako, na opportunity iko hapa, jijengee biashara. Usisinde ukisumbua watoto na wale watu wengine wa ukoo wenu. So let's keep on building the business opportunity. Tukienda events, hata kama ni family events, hata tukienda whatever event that you go, when you go to many places, make sure that at the back of your mind, you know that you are in business. Pick that name, pick that contact. And when you come back to your house, sit down within 24 hours, contact that person so that they do not forget you. And I promise you in 2 to 5 years, just like Tama said, your life will be totally different. We'll be talking of a different story. And of course, we need personal development. We have to keep on training. Personal development is so key. Mbundi angetusomesha kama angekuwa na personal development. Ani angetusomesha, Tama angetusomesha, na tungekuwa tumeketi hapa. We all need personal development. Today I'm training you. Tomorrow you are going to become a director. We also want you to train your team. Yeah, I have somebody in Mombasa. She's a senior manager, and she always have a session with her team. And chini na nawasomesha. Kwa hivyo it doesn't matter who you are. As long as you kona simu and unaweza ukaingia kwa mtandao, you can be able to talk to other people. So let's gain skills and knowledge so that we can be able to support our teams. We can be able to support our guests. We can be able to support our distributors. Because when we get personal development, we can be able to download it to other people. Become like a sponge. You know, a sponge absorbs water, and then you have to squeeze it out. So umekuja hapa, umesoma sana, hiyo knowledge sasa umepata. Sasa go and squeeze it into your team. And let me tell you, when they become better and they become like you, let me tell you, you are going to have so many leaders. Sasa ingine utakuwa unakaa kwa mkutano, you look at when other people are also putting down their skills. And let me tell you, together, we are going to be so excited. And finally, what I can say is that, like Winston Churchill says it, that the pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimists see opportunities in every difficulty. It doesn't matter your circumstances. It doesn't matter. What you need to do ni kujikakamua. And let me tell you, sometimes God gives us challenges so that we can be able to become better. Sometimes God gives us challenges because it's something that He wants us to learn. Sometimes God gives you, like now when the corona came, now many ideas have come up. Like now, we are in this meeting, you are in the comfort of your home. But kama corona ingekuja bado tungekuwa wapi? Tunakimbia huko nje. That means today you have not been able to use any fuel. You just needed 100 shillings. You put on your MBs and you are able to be in this meeting. And so let me assure you that the pessimists sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimists sees opportunities in every difficulty. So this corona time has become the mother of all information. May you be that person today. May you be that person. And let me assure you, we are going to be better than you have ever imagined. And so I want to invite one of our sub directors to Salimia Kissinger. You need to say hi to us before we. Kissinger, you need to say hi to us. He is our sub director. He supports the business all the way from Nakuru. And let me tell you, he has been at the center of this team. And of course, with all other sub directors in my team, they have been so supportive as we do these meetings with all the directors. And so on behalf of all the sub directors, on behalf of all the directors, Kissinger, we want you to give us a word so that as we enter into the new month, that we are going to be so excited. Remember, we started the month of January on Monday. This first week is just going on. Next week you're on week 2. How far are you from the scoreboard? Kissinger?
Hi, PT. Am I audible enough?
Yes, you are.
Otherwise, I want to thank you so much for the powerful session. Let me also thank Ann, Gao, Bundi, and Dama for the powerful sessions. In fact, it has been an eye-opener, and this was long overdue, and is a good start for the month of October. And I believe we need to be doing this at every start of every month for us to be able to grow. I've really enjoyed, I've really learned a lot. It's like I'm just starting the business afresh. Otherwise, I'll be diluting what they've said if I continue talking, but just to thank all the speakers and to thank all the attendants for attending today's session. And let's make October the best month. And as one speaker said, Anne said, we are products of our thoughts. What you think about is what you bring about. So let's go out there, work, and I've gotten a challenge from Dama, and this is a challenge to each one of us, from a house girl to where she is today. Otherwise, thank you so much, thank you so much, thank you so much. May God grant us all the desires of our hearts. Thank you so much, PT.
Thank everybody and congratulations for coming for this session. I'm sure we have really learned a lot. And of course, our lives will never be the same again. And our lives will never be the same again. So as you go out there, let's remember, Corona did not come to make us worse. It came to make us better. All those difficulties that you're facing have come to make you better than you have ever been. Otherwise, let's remember, tomorrow at 4 o'clock, we have this is a Cancer Awareness Month. We want to focus on cancer. We have one of our special person that will be presenting to us tomorrow. We are going to give you the link immediately after this. And so let's meet tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I wish you the best. Please go invite everybody to join us on call tomorrow. And let's make this one a healthier and a happier place for each and every one of us to live us. Guys, enjoy your weekend and God bless you so much. And let's meet at the top. Thank you very much.
Asante sana.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Enjoy your weekend.
You too. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Mary, for coming.
Bye.
Mary, Elisa, thank you.
Bye, Bundi.
When I grow
Bye,
up, I
all
want to be like you, Mary. Always looking
Bye,
young all
Angel.
the time.
Bye, Joyce.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, Gertrude. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Mm.
Bye,
Wow.
Joyce.
Bye.
Bye, Karima.
Bye, Judy.
Bye. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Judy.
Everybody. Bye.